it'll take you less times to quit. And again, just to say quit, that's a tall order. Like I say, you just want to replace it with something. And because it's all about enjoying life too. If you're gonna stop and be in cold sweats and you're gonna be miserable to everybody, miserable to yourself, what's the point? It's like smoking. Smoking causes lung cancer, and is it smoking or is it too much? The data's out there. You can look it up, obviously, but I think if somebody's smoking a cigar or a cigarette once in a while, but they're lowering their stress, well, pick your poison. I think I would rather have a lower stress and just smoke an occasional cigarette when needed versus stopping at cold turkey and not enjoying your life. So wherever that balance is, find it, but work on it. While we're doing it, just call me, email me, and I'll reach out to any of my networks that have good ideas. And if you don't have like an accountability partner too, just email me. Hey, if you don't hear from me in a week, that means I've fallen off the wagon. So check in. Do you have to do that stuff? No, but it just increases the numbers. And let's face it, success is about your odds. Just anytime we could, like my bumper music, it's Al Pacino and just talking about football. It's a game of inches, and the best guy is not much faster than the worst guy in the NFL, in each position. It's just the little things that whatever's going to win you over. Is it you're dwelling on the beer, or that one more beer you should have, but you probably shouldn't have, or you could have, but you probably shouldn't have, or the one more thinking, what, if I stop now, let's get some water, and then I could drive home. I don't have to worry about the cops on the way home. Look at my rear mirror, and let that win out the day. It's just they're both fighting for your attention. It's just one's gonna win out. So just whatever you got to do to make that what you want to do edge out. What's gonna ultimately be your demise. I've never been to a 12-step program, but gosh, I would like to go, just because I'm sure getting the 12 steps and applying them to other things would be a really cool learning experience. And let's face it, it's hard to do some things. And if these people are beating alcohol and heroism and cigarettes or whatever by this 12-step program, then hell, take that and apply it to something that's just like procrastination, whatever it is. Again, we got one life, and the people around us are they're looking at us and the younger people in our life, and we almost have an unfair amount of influence on the kids. And you have to be careful with that. Like my political views and religious views and everything else, I try to pull back the throttle. I give them a foundation in the way they should go, but you could talk a kid into anything, really. I mean, gosh, it's crazy. So, but if I do tell them, there's a God, when I do tell them, I kind of explain it and say, look, 3,000 years ago, a bunch of people celebrated. They must have seen something, because they still celebrate it today, Passover. And if it was a lie, guess what wouldn't happen the next 2 years? It's not a story. When a bunch of people see stuff and report the same thing, and even the secular writings, there's something there. It's not, it's what differentiates God from Santa Claus is there's secular writing that, like Jesus was, he was crucified, and what was he crucified for? Well, nobody ever called Jesus a liar. They said, oh, he was doing sorcery. And this is in secular papers. It's the Babylonian Talmuds, and Josephus was writing. And so it's I give them something, and then from there, we can go into it. But, I want them to be able to think for themselves. More importantly, let them know why I believe what I believe. And so later on they could say, all right, at least my dad came to that. At least he knows why he believes what he believes, instead of just, most people just know what they believe. And I do have a lot of respect for people that can articulate what they're doing. In fact, more so, even if they disagree with me, than somebody that believes what I believe, but they can't. It's just tradition. If somebody just comes to me with tradition, that's why they're doing what they're doing. That's fine, but I don't respect that person as much. I mean, even atheists. I mean, we could sit down and talk and do really well, but I know the people that don't are the people that don't really know why they're doing what they're doing, it's giving them a problem. So, in any event, I'm going to get out of here, and we'll keep on sharpening these things up, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.